Hey everyone, we're back with back 10 coverage of the course challenge at Harbin. Mike Taylor here with
Adam Jones. Thanks for coming back and enjoying this another wonderful weather day. This video also brought to you by No Bogey Disc Golf and our friends at Disc and Dat. Zach Arlinghaus is still doing great, keeping that lead alive. Here we have Danny. I think a lot of players that have a forehand will tend to favor the forehand on this shot. I have in the past.
Yeah, Danny is a Team Prodigy Street Team, local Disc and Dat team member, and he is somewhat of a forehand player. He can throw backhand and forehand, but I think he likes that low forehand line as Zach's opting for here too. When it's not rainy and wet, a lot of players throw forehand over the top, but that low route looks pretty good when it's not as open with the weather.
Yeah, I mean, I've experimented with forehand rollers, a little bit of a cut, bringing it back. I've done backhand rollers. This bush on the left has grown so tall you don't have that. It's not easy to get over that left side with the turnover shot for backhand, though.
Yeah. As I mentioned in the front 10, Scott has also great form on that forehand mid shot. I like seeing him take that there. A lot of confidence with the win today. And
yeah.
We were also talking a lot about Zach. At this point, Zach is knocking on the door for his first pro win.
Would this be his first one?
Yeah, this one. He's got 4 advanced wins and several intermediate wins. But he's yet to have a MPO win.
Yeah.
So we'll see if he can close it out. What do you think he's got to do to keep his lead here these last 10 holes?
Well, the next one is not too bad, and then actually getting into some of the shorter, easier holes. With 13, we're skipping 14 because that's usually a little lake. But then that new temp, we got 15,
yep.
The temp before 16, and then 16 and 17. Those are all easy, reachable twos.
Yeah, again, Zach's going with the right-hand forehand shot, which works wonderful for him, but he's a predominantly left-hand backhand thrower, is opting for the right-hand forehand. It's really awesome to see him play to his strength here.
Yeah, this is one of the holes you tend to hear more aces on.
Yeah, I've hit cage on this in a tournament. Unfortunately, it was 2 inches higher. It would have been money, but so as you can see watching this, today's not my day. I did the same mistake here that I did first round. That wind is coming across, left to right headwind, stuck myself behind the bushes, just trying to pitch out and get my 3 and move on.
Had a good time finding the trees today, huh?
Yeah. Nice birdie from Zach. Oftentimes you see players and you hear about players who have a lead. What do you have to do to maintain a lead? What kind of mental focus do you have to have?
Well, from my experience, it's basically, if you're that good, you should be very confident with your game. The trick is maintaining that confidence. Don't let any little mistakes here and there, because we all make mistakes.
Right.
Try not to let them bother you. I mean, we get emotional. There's nothing wrong with being upset in that moment. But hopefully you can shake it off, take a couple deep breaths, and focus on your next one.
Zach's throwing a verdict there, flips it over a little bit into that tree.
Oh no.
That's going left.
On this hole, the wind's ripping right to left, a little bit of a headwind, so if you get that angle up too much, it's pushing you all the way left.
Exactly. I misjudged it the first round, but remembered that and actually compensated the second round, put it out wider right, lost sight of it, and spiked right next to the basket. Almost hit it.
So you see Zach going with a little forehand cut roller, and we talked a lot about what you need to be one of the top touring pros, and just seeing him pull that out as a tool in his bag is really interesting. You have to have those kinds of shots to really get out of trouble.
Right, those more advanced skills, stuff you don't normally see everybody else do. More ammo, more weapons in your bag. That's why it's always good to learn both backhand and forehand, even some of the overhand shots in every disc in your bag. Know what you can do, what they're capable of doing, what the result will be, low speed, high speed, and knowing how to do those little rolls. Like playing Idlewild, will teach you a forehand roller.
Speaking of Idlewild, Zach was 2 off of cash last year. Placed
So
52nd.
Yeah.
Was only 2 strokes off.
He would have declined cash, I bet.
He would have. But you mentioned Idlewild. You're absolutely right. That's a course you have to have every shot. It's very demanding. He's a Kentucky resident, so he probably gets down to Idlewild a fair share. It might be where he picked that up.
That's where I learned it. Bunch of cleanups, little style point.
Well, we got you here on commentary. You want to give us a little update on how the Idlewild Open's shaping up?
So far, so good. Right now, our main focus is trying to raise as much funding as possible. It takes a lot of money to put on an event that size, and not just including the 12 grand added cash we have to provide for the pro purse, which is the minimum requirement. Our main goal is to go above and beyond that. But I've got some good news here and there. Nothing I can say 100% yet, but this year we should have some bigger companies on board, some bigger donations, and we're going more of the charitable route this year.
That's good to hear.
Yeah. Ooh. Now this is one where you expect almost everybody to get close. And I think in my card, only 2 of us did.
Yeah, I'm in running mode at this point. Trying to make anything and everything I can get.
Starting to be more aggressive.
Yeah, just trying to make the most out of the experience. I know I'm not shooting where I'd like to be, where I want to be, so still just trying to cash as many birdies as I can.
And this is that stretch where if you're not getting it 2, you're losing a stroke.
Absolutely. So the Idlewild Open is in its 4th year, right?
3rd.
There's the 3rd year. Okay.
Yeah, we weren't involved in the very first year. I think there was only 5 or 6 events. And by the 2nd year, it grew to 9 events. That's when we started. I'm lucky for me. I was down at the IGGC at the, I think it was one of the Directors Cup. Dodge was down there, and he asked me about bringing Idlewild into the mix. I said, I'm probably the man to help you. And I don't know if I want to thank him or not. But yeah, this will be our 3rd year on the tour.
What's some of the feedback the players give you guys as they come through and meet you and Jason and see what Idlewild and Burlington, Kentucky's all about?
Well, we all know it's a very difficult and challenging course, and I think they appreciate it more than we do. They play a lot of different courses throughout the country. Each one is a little unique in its own. There's not too many that are heavily wooded as much as like Idlewild. Maple Hill is.
Maybe Smuggler's Notch up in Vermont.
Yeah. And I always believe that you can't. Well, it's an easy way to say it. There's only times when you can rise to a challenge is more defined by the intensity of that challenge. So when you have a course like Idlewild and certain holes in particular that really push you to a limit or challenge you in ways
Right.
you aren't normally challenged, it gives you that moment to shine or fail. And I think they truly enjoy that challenge.
So let me ask you this. You've played for a long time. Would you say Idlewild is actually a course where you can pick and choose your battles? Because the more I play that course, the more it seems like you just have to play pretty aggressive and maybe very rarely pick and choose your battles. What's your take on that course?
I always know that I wouldn't say it's too much being aggressive because you got to be smart. Most of the lines are pretty defined. You got to hit this gap. You need to get this far to get to that landing zone. It's more about perfection of your execution. If you're off at any way, it's gonna own you. It's gonna punish you for it. Yeah, it's not easy to scramble. Oh, we got a nice run here. Yeah. Boom! Right off the pole.
That was another D-line P2 shot. He is really dialed in with that disc.
Oh. Yeah, there's an overhand shot. Yeah, I think I remember hearing that pole hit when I was on the other side of you there.
All three good runs there.
There's a fun shot for you.
I got nothing. I knew the risk running it. I figured if I missed it, it was going under there. Like I said, I'm just trying to cash as much as I can, even if it's from 50, 60 out. Just trying to play for fun at this point.
Yeah. Another fun day playing in the mud.
You know, you mentioned the mental toughness it takes to get to a high level that Zach wants to get to someday. And when you have bad rounds, bad shots, you just got to shake them off and move on to the next hole, next round, next tournament. Zach and I will be playing our first round at Bowling Green Amateur Championships, so...
Yeah, a couple weeks.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing how he does at Fillmore down there in Bowling Green, Kentucky. It's a long course, but has enough wooded holes as well to challenge each player.
Yeah, some people, I don't mind Fillmore. I actually enjoy playing there. And that's, originally we were at the BG Tech course, but last year and this year we'll be the TDs and course sponsor for Fillmore. So I'll see you guys there. I always wonder sometimes why he throws the forehand on a shot that's actually pretty good for his backhand.
Yeah, again, I think some of it is maybe the injury, trying to rebound from the injury, maybe throwing backhand, having to plan with a different leg might have something to do with it, but I know he kept saying, I kept asking him, why go with the right-hand forehand versus the left-hand backhand? It's just more of a natural throw, but hey, whatever works for you, whatever feels more comfortable.
Yeah. One thing I've learned is trust your gut.
Yep.
If you get that first instinct of throwing a certain disc a certain way, and then you change your mind, more often than not, you have a poor execution. You're not as committed to that change. Oh, so close.
And Zach has such a good support system around him. I mentioned his dad, super supportive. Ben's a good player himself. Just got his first pro win. And I think it was Richmond, Indiana. So Ben can play too, and they kind of push each other. I joke with them every now and then about who's beating who these days, and usually it's Zach, but Ben gets his fair share of wins in there too.
Sure. There's a good putt, Danny. Rain's coming down hard again. Off and on, off and on. I don't know how many times I open the umbrella, close the umbrella, open the umbrella, close the umbrella. It's constant. There's the back.
So this is normally the ending hole, hole 18, and it is a great ending hole if there's any sort of drama.
Yeah.
This tournament, there's not coming down the stretch, but you can't really see it. There's a whole wall of trees on the right side that if you try and cheat the gap and throw over it, which a lot of players do, to get that maximum distance down the fairway, if you don't throw it high enough, it's getting sucked into that thing.
Well, we pulled that one. I think that was due to a short reach back.
Yeah, the angle of this tee pad is tricky.
It's terrible.
The way the fairway.
Hopefully we'll be fixing that soon. Hopefully.
Yeah.
But yeah, I usually go over the top. Oh, that hurts.
You're former president. I'm former VP of the club. We both have walked this course. We know the potential Harbin has to be revamped The park has been nothing but supportive. They're willing to put money into it. It's just kind of a matter of having priorities in our area right now. Right now, there's a lot of other fish to fry. The current president of the club's trying to get a bid for Am Worlds.
Am Worlds,
right?
2021.
And Joe Godby's really stepped up.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be making the trip down later summer, early fall, and doing it in person. But yeah, this park is very great park system. They got the funding. If we need it, they handle it. They know they need to upgrade. But with all the other, when you have 40 courses in town, you're spread pretty thin. So you got to focus on what's more important. And we got 2 years to get everything prepped and ready. So in a sense, we got time to to work on this one and get it developed. Oh, right off the rim. I hate low putts.
Yeah, I do too. You can see Zach trying to stay in the zone, stay focused in the background. Last couple holes.
Yeah, were you having any, is rain bothering you with your grip towards the end?
No, and a lot of people asked me that, and I told them, I shot I think it was a 8 down first round, no bogeys first round. A lot of people asked me what happened second round. I practice in the rain. I play in the rain. I wish I could use the rain as an excuse. I think it was just a mental kind of being on camera for the first time, wanting to really prove what my skills are, and just didn't capitalize. So it was a great learning opportunity for me, honestly. No better way to learn than failure.
Yeah. See, Zach's got a little advantage on you. He's been on camera.
He's been on the spotlight several times, and people know what Zach's about. And
but
you're absolutely right.
Yeah, that first time it can give you different nerves that you're not used to. Man, it's coming down now.
I know that's right, Danny. So coming into the last 2 holes, these are 2 of the 3 temp holes that Joe Godby had set up for the tournament. I think that they're told him after the tournament, great design. I think they're great temp holes.
I loved them.
And you can see Zach. We were talking about this. This was such an incredible shot. Just following the contour of the hill the whole way. And when you and I walked this park and talked about different hole designs, there's so many ways that you could cut this huge piece of land up and add a couple holes here or there.
Yeah, there's huge potential. I guess we could say when the last time I met and talked with them, besides this, cleaning things up, hopefully repairing the tees, new signage, getting alternate pins. I don't know about replacing all the baskets, but definitely doing some repairs. They might go for new baskets. That's one of the bigger expenses. But they even said if they wanted to, they're more to open to expand the course. There's room back behind all this that we can actually fit another 9. Had another loop back there. But I would more want to focus on getting the current course updated and then worry about adding anything.
Yeah, we didn't spend a whole lot of time talking about it, but the tee pads,
almost.
You can't really tell on camera, but most of the tee pads are slanting uphill or downhill because of the hillside, and the water draining down. It just kind of pushes them down sloping.
Yeah. And there's a few of them that we definitely should move, get it out of the swampy areas, get them on a higher grade. Don't have to worry about the runoff. There's even a few areas, an alternate tee whether we add a short, add a long, split the difference on what's currently there. This one's a fun shot. I love tight tunnel shots. And he just stepped up and fired. I think a lot of people are doing that when the rain starts hitting heavy.
Yeah, and that's the last hole. We're all ready to get dry and call it a day.
Yeah, ready to be done.
It's been good company. Played the format of the course challenges. First round has always historically been. You can see me slipping there. That tee pad is very muddy. But the CCS format, first round, you mix divisions. So I had a chance to play with pretty much everybody was new except for 2 people, Zach and almost an ace run there.
Nice.
Zach, we've had plenty of experience playing together. Then I played with somebody on the round before, but other than that, it was a great chance to meet new people, see different styles of throwing and ways people attack courses. It's great.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I have to look into the history because I can't remember when they started mixing that, but it's been like that as long as I can remember. Keep in mind the Course Challenge Series started in 1991.
And trying to think of what courses were in the ground in 1991 around here.
There was only about 8 or 9 at that time.
Harbin wasn't.
No.
Idlewild wasn't. Erie wasn't, right?
No,
Erie was
not until 93.
Yeah.
The original bank lick. But those are the days where we went in woods, Woodland Mountain were in the mix. They weren't as popular as
original
today.
Houston Woods. Or not Houston Woods, I'm sorry. Miami. Campus course. Oxford.
Oh, yeah. Big Ox.
Yeah, there you go, Zach Arlinghaus. First career PDG, a MPO win. First of many, I'm sure.
He crushed it.
He did great.
Well, thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. And I'd like to thank No Bogey Disc Golf and Disc and That. And I'll see you guys next time.